sessions are for everyone.
Good day, everybody. That's the phrase from your part of the world, Joey. My name is Mick McQuillan. I want to welcome you to episode 17. And of course, it's about a plan of action. Don't forget, like, subscribe, and share. And of course, look, you're all welcome to comment and let us know what it is you're thinking. So, Joey, say hello.
Hey, hello, Malolele. Good day. This is Joye Magonga here from Sydney, Australia. I'm here with my great friend, Mike McKillen.
Partner in crime.
Beg pardon?
Partner in crime.
Partner in crime. Yeah, I love it. Very grateful for today, and I'm so happy. Like I said before we start, I get to a state that I don't want to miss our program because I know that we keep ourselves accountable. We have a plan, and as our topic for today, plan of action, I am so happy and grateful that I make it. If you see me sleepy, call me out, wake me up, and we get going because we got a lot to share and also share with other people in our journey. So if you are watching this maybe now or replay, please like, subscribe, or share with your friends and network because we would love to work with you and see if we can direct you to the right path and the right plan.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, I think having a plan is like having a plan of action, is a good thing, right? But before you can have a plan, you need to have a goal, right? You need to know why you might be doing it. And it needs to be a strong reason why, right? And I was actually talking to somebody just the other day, and we were talking about goals. That's what we were talking about. We were talking about goals, and I was saying that, you have to write it down. And I always find, Joe, I don't know if for you, I always find like if I'm setting a goal that I then like to try and then reverse engineer it, So, I start way out there with this goal that I want, and then I kind of like de-chunk it down so that I can, break it down. So I've got my daily steps, my plan of action, to get to where I want to be. And, who was it who said to me the other day, oh yeah, they had this great phrase, and it was, in fact, they were actually talking about, eating. They were talking about weight management, and they said, look, you have to eat with the end in mind, and I thought that is a really clever thing, so that if you're eating, you're thinking about where you want to be, and this impacts then on your choices, on some of the choices that you might make, whether you're going to choose to overeat, and it is a choice. Do you know what I mean? No matter how delicious it is, sometimes I eat way too much ice cream because I love ice cream, right? So look, having goals is the first step. You've got to have a goal, and then you've got to have a plan of action, right? I think that's the, and the great thing about the 16-week challenge is that you can have this great goal, and I would encourage anybody, to check out the 16-week challenge. And of course, you can find out about the 16-week challenge either here on Joey's page which is joeyunger.isagenix.com/IsaBodyChallenge, or you can go here, freedomhealthandlifestyle.isagenix/IsaBodyChallenge. And again, you can find out about it. And we've got all of the tools and resources that you need there. There's a plan already in place that you can follow, a step-by-step plan. I remember, Joey, talking to a guy years ago. This guy was a brand management person. And we'd set up that company and everything else. And I had an opportunity to go onto the radio. And I went onto the radio. And this guy critiqued my business. He oh my God. And he was so hard. He was so hard on me. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I thought I was great. And I was driving home. I had this hour-and-a-half drive to get home. And all the way home, I'm thinking about what this guy had said to me. Do you know what I mean? And I thought, do you know what? I'm not letting him away with that. If he's got all these things to say to me, I'm going to get him to help me. So I rang him up on my way back. And I said, look, you've got all this stuff that you wanted to say to me. Or, and you said it on the radio in front of, maybe millions of listeners, and I'm thinking, I'm not having that. You're going to help me fix this. And he's like, okay. So, right. And I was telling him what I was doing. I was saying, look, when we started, I was going guns blazing. And he's like, Mike, he says, guns blazing is fine. He says, you just need to make sure all your guns are pointing in the same direction. And I thought, wow, that makes so much sense. Because when we started our business, we were everywhere. Do you know what I mean? We were pushing things out everywhere. And we were spreading ourselves so thin instead of being more laser focused. Do you know what I mean? And that's what you need to be. I think you need to be laser focused on your goal, right? And everything that you're doing should be focused and on moving towards that goal. Like sometimes, for me, Joey, sometimes the forest is so thick, that you can't see your goal. And sometimes you have to climb up above the trees, so that you can see where you need to be going. Otherwise, you can just be lost. And you don't want to be lost. You need to know where you're going. So, look, I would encourage anybody to look. This is one of the first things you want to do. Download your Freedom Health and Lifestyle goal sheet. Links are in the description, and of course, this will help you just to figure out where you are, and then to help you plan where you want to go and set that goal. And fill it out. Once you have this downloaded, fill it out, send it into Joey, send it into myself, and we can have a conversation. We can start that conversation on understanding what it is that you want, and maybe, you just want to look and feel the best you've felt in a decade. Maybe you've got an event that you're going to, maybe a Christmas event that you're going to. Joey's obviously going to be wearing his shorts and t-shirt at Christmas because you can tell it's getting warmer in Australia. Here in Ireland, you can see I've got the jumper on. It's getting cooler, So anyway, what are your thoughts, Joe?
Mike, I'm very happy that you brought up this topic this week. And plan. I never planned before in my life. And until I come, hear from a lot of mentor mention about this quote: "If you fail to plan, you plan to fail." And I was thinking about what's that mean, and it's so true. Like you mentioned before, it's all start from a goal. It's all start with what do you want, what do you really, really want. And that's, if you write it down on a piece of paper, you start to manifest them. You start to create the visual, the image that this is what I really want. And it's good that you have the goal, but you need a plan of action. That's the activity. And it's like coaches in rugby. I watch rugby union, and I watch the World Cup, and I share with you. I see a lot of professional team. They use plan. They have a plan of attack. Plan of response when they don't have the ball. And offensive. So plan is everywhere. Even if you have to start a business, you need to have a business plan. Even you have to do a speech, you need to have a plan of what words you're going to choose, what time you're going to use, and it's applied to a lot of things in our life. And it's funny because I learned from Bob that because of our ignorance is when we are uneducated, we are unaware that the very important parts of trying to achieve something in life is to have a plan. And that's we're glad that we have the community, we have the company. If we want to achieve something like with our health, with our mindset, with our financial side, we have the environment, the community, the mentorship, the leadership that help you to develop a plan of action to get where you want to go. Otherwise, it will be like a boat with a rudder. Without a rudder, you'll be travel. When the current push you this way, you go that way. When the current push you that way, you go the other way. So you need to have a plan of action which direct you to what you really need to focus on it. And you mentioned the word focus. I remember someone defined focus. It's like I forgot what it's called, but I really like it. It will come back to me. I think Robert Kiyosaki used the word focus is you focus on something until you success. It will come back to me. But I really like how he used the word focus in according with plan. So plan of action is very important. That has to be part of your toolbox if you want to achieve something in your life. If you decided to do something about your health, about your self-development, about your financial, you need to have a plan of action. Otherwise, nothing moves. Nothing trigger you to see. That's why a lot of people overwhelmed when they come to our company and our community, because they don't have something to focus on it, to start on it.
Yeah, but it can be a little bit daunting though, Joey, as well. Like we all have like a limited kind of belief system, and you can be overwhelmed by just by the thought of succeeding,
Yep.
And I think for many people, they don't necessarily have a plan. And, they start out with a plan. They do. Everybody starts out with a plan. The plan is to go to school, get educated, because this is what you're told to do. Get a good education, get a good job. And this is most people's plan. And, is it a good plan? You can make a living doing that. Are you going to really live a lifestyle with purpose? Are you going to be able to, to make a difference in your community? Maybe, but I think in the book, Think and Grow Rich, or was it Think and Grow Rich? Or was it, it may have been Think and Grow Rich. I can't remember whether it was Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, which is this book here. And I know that you've got a copy of this too, Joe.
Yep.
I can't remember whether it was in this book or whether it was in Earl Nightingale, one of Earl Nightingale's audios, where he was talking about the 100, I think it was The Strangest Secret, actually. Earl Nightingale's The Strangest Secret. And he was talking about that if you asked 100 people when they were in their mid-20s, what did they want to be successful? And they'd all say that, yes, they did. But by the time they got to 65, one person was very wealthy, super wealthy. Four people were financially independent, and 95, were kind of just getting by. They didn't really succeed. And when they analyzed all of that information, so 5% of people are going to succeed. And if you're watching this, I think you're one of those 5% because you're looking for something. You're looking for something better, for something different. But the thing that set that 5% apart was that they had written down their goals. They had written down their goals, so they knew what it was that they wanted. And I think if you write down your goals, that's when the magic starts to happen. Because you can look at it every day, you can see it every day. You're thinking about it every day. You're thinking it, you're feeling it. You're believing it. Your actions are moving you in that direction. Even though maybe you're not going to have a great day every day, but you're going to have you're going to have better days, better moments in those days, which are going to move you closer to your goals. I know that you just, achieved a big goal, with your property portfolio just there. It's really exciting. But that started, Joey, just with a thought, and now it's a reality. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. So, having a goal and then having a plan of action to realize that goal, nothing happens without action. And action, cures fear, right?
Mike?
Yep.
Can you repeat your last sentence?
I was saying that action cures fear.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And I think you were saying there last week, I'm not sure if it was on one of our calls or whether it was on a different call, but, false evidence appearing real. That's the acronym of fear. And that, in most cases, that's what it is. We tend to, lots of people, myself included, to a certain degree, we think about things, we worry about things that aren't even going to happen. They're not even going to come true. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Or maybe we think about, maybe getting in better shape, losing weight, getting in better shape. And then we think, God, I'm not sure I can be bothered to do it. Well, look, doing nothing is still doing something. You're just choosing it. And if you're not changing it, you're choosing it. They're not my words. The famous Bruce Lee's words. That if you're not changing it, you're choosing it. So I'm going to encourage you, if you're watching right now, if you're watching on the replay, I'm going to encourage you to change something right now, to make a decision, make a committed decision to, write down your goals and then put a plan in place. And if you're not sure what to do, reach out to either Joye or myself, and we can help you with that plan. We can't do it for you, but we can guide you. We can help you. We can encourage you. We can support you. In fact, what I should do, Joe, is that we do have a call on Monday. That call on Monday, that team call, do you know, is that an open call for guests? Do you know?
Sorry, Mike, I have to double check. I haven't checked that one. I have to double check. I can't really.
I'm just going to see if I can see that. I can't find where is that?
But I think while you're looking for that one, it's so true, because your plan of action will help you to feel the fear and do it anyway. And for example, my journey 4 years ago, I was decided that I'm gonna educate and also take action to invest in properties and real estate. It scared me. It scared me because I grew up in a tropical island. I never learned about those kind of things, but because I start asking questions, I start talk to the right people in the industry and the professional, and they give me some action plan of action. They said to me, get educated, networking, start talking to the right people, or if you want to invest in coaching, good, it's better for you, because when you understand something, you start to realize the fear will start to losing up. And you still feel the fear, but you just said to yourself, because I educate myself to understand what I'm going to face and the reward that come if I persist and keep going through, I feel the fear, but I do it anyway because I see the end result. Do you know what I mean?
I do know what you mean. I do know what you mean. And it is simple, look, you can have this idea, you can have this goal, you can create this vision in your mind, and you can put a plan in place, and it can be very simple steps. But it's not easy, because it takes following through, on a decision that you made earlier, right? And it, to be honest, listen, Joe, I'll be honest, when we started our business, we've got this great business, a traditional business. When we started this business, it was a simple idea, but bringing it together, wasn't easy. Do you know what I mean? And of course, as our business has grown, people looking in from the outside, they think that you don't have any problems, because you've got some nice stuff. They think that you don't have any problems, that you don't have any, you don't have any issues or anything else. The truth is, when you have success, you just have bigger problems, and these bigger problems cost you more money.
Yeah.
And it is simple. Anybody can do it. And, that's why I love the organization that we're with, because of the supportive environment, the community, the encouragement.
Yeah.
And, you can see, ordinary people achieving extraordinary things, regardless of whether it's, a health, like a weight result with like Mahalia, like Bianca, like many other people in the organization. Like I've got some great videos of people like Danielle and everything else, who struggled with just, losing that last few kilos. And her goal, she had a very clear goal. And Danielle's goal was she just wanted to have a sexy bikini body. That was it. Do you know what I mean? And she would go hiking, she would do all kinds of things, but she just couldn't shift these last few pounds, And then when she tried the Isagenix, challenge, she lost it, and she just feels amazing. And now this girl is a scientist, by the way. Do you know what I mean? So what she loves it because of the science, behind the products. That's what she loves about it. But everybody's different. Like I don't need to know the science behind the products to know that they work. And if you're thinking about trying, the 30-day kickstart or something like that, definitely, reach out to Joye, reach out to myself. The truth is, when I switch on the light switch in here, I don't need to know how the electricity works. I just need to know that when I flick that light on, when I flick that switch, the light comes on. That's it. And it's the same here. If you're looking for a result, if you're looking to, if you're thinking about looking better, feeling better, eating better, moving better, maybe you've got pains in your knees. I don't know what it is. Do you know what I mean? But maybe there's something, and you just want to get in the best shape that you've been in a decade. You just want to, take back control. This is a plan, simple, not easy, not saying it's for you, but if you're looking to change something, you need to make a change. It's no more complicated than that. You could be watching us every week, but if you're not making a decision to do something different, nothing's going to change. You can't wish something into existence. You have to think it, feel it, believe it, and move in that direction. Take action in that direction. And you've got to plan that action. You've got to plan it out. You go to bed at night, close your eyes, and plan your day for the next day. What are you going to do when you get up? You're going to go out for a 20-minute walk, walking 25% faster, using a breathing exercise, which is going to really kind of, cleanse your lungs, put fresh oxygen into your body, into your brain, practice your gratitude while you're doing it. I love my wife, I love my life. It doesn't matter what it is. Do you know what I mean? Every day and every way I'm getting stronger and fitter. All of these things that you can do, and you can plan this. You can plan your way to success, and look, success, it can mean different things for different people, Again, I think in The Strangest Secret, you've got, there's a definition of success, and it's working towards a worthy goal, right?
Absolutely.
That's how it starts out, So what is your worthy goal? What is it? What is it that you want? Is it a health goal? Is it a financial goal? What is it? What is it that you want? The truth is, just reach out to Joey, tell him what you want, and he'll show you how you can get it. Isn't that right, Joe?
Absolutely. And, you mentioned about worthy goal. When I first hear about worthy goals, I was thinking, what does that mean, worthy goals? And then Elle Nightingale said is, worthy goals is something that you absolutely fall in love with. For example, you want to look better, the best version of yourself, if that's your worthy goal, you go for it. Have a plan of action, believe it, think about it, feel about it, emotionally attached to it, and believe that one day, if you keep working hard and consistent, you will get there. And worthy goals is something that you're falling in love with. Whether it's you need to earn extra money, you need to look better, feel better, eat better, move better. It's and it could be anything. It's your personal choice and personal once that, it could be your vehicles. And Mike, while you're there, like I said before, focus. I found the definition that I focus stands for focus on one goes until success. And I really like, that abbreviation of focus is, you focus on one thing until, and plan of action will help you to achieve that. Your plan of action, when you start to off track, you go back to your plan of action, and they will tell you need to keep back to the track and keep going. Keep moving forward. Persist. Persist is another word for faith. Have faith and believe it that you can do it. And when you believe it, you already have it in your hands.
Exactly. No, Joey, it's true. It's true. And of course, I'm just going to put a comment there that, let me see. I just want to show this. Okay. So the definition of success, Earl Nightingale defines success as the progressive realization of a worthy goal, which is what Joey's talking about, right? And of course, if you just search definition of success, Earl Nightingale, there'll be a downloadable PDF, and it's just a very short book. It's a very short read. Take about maybe 30 minutes to read it, and it's an interesting read, but it might give you some ideas. It might, when you read it, it's going to spark all this creativity in you and help me maybe encourage you to believe that you can have it, you can do it. And again, it's about having that worthy idea or ideal. It's about moving towards that. What is that? I don't know what it's going to be for you. How do I get rid of that? Oh, there you see. I'm still learning, Joey. Still learning. I've no idea what I'm doing here.
We all do.
But look, there's no doubt that, look, we can help you get there. We're just a little bit further down the path. That's all. We're not perfect. Joey and I aren't perfect. We don't claim to know everything. And if there's something that we don't know, let's find out together. But look, we can help you. Certainly, look, reach out in the comments or get in touch with Joey. I think his email is in the description. And of course, look, claim your free consultation. Really, and it's really just a consultation to help you get some direction. Better direction. Maybe you don't want any direction. Maybe you're quite happy doing what you're doing. And if that's where you are, look, you're watching the wrong program, right? You're on the wrong page. This isn't going to be for you. Joey and I, what we want to do is we want to, firstly, we want to help ourselves, by constantly, educating and learning about how we think and how we feel, positive thinking just isn't enough. If you're just thinking positively, all you're doing is just putting a Band-Aid over it. You've got to feel it. You've got to believe it. You've got to feel it, with passion. You've got to share your vision, share your passion. Sometimes that's, you only need to do that with the person looking back in the mirror. You've got to believe in you. Self-image is so important. If your self-image or self-esteem is low, maybe you've got to work on you and get yourself in the best shape mentally before you need to go on and do something else. Look, I'm not a shrink, or I'm not a psychic, or whatever these people are. But if you need help, you've got to go and get the right help that you need to help get you on track. But whatever that track is has a destination. What is the destination that you're aiming for? Joey brought it up before. You're like a rudderless boat. Again, I know I keep referring to The Stranger's Secret, but in The Stranger's Secret, Earl Nightingale talks about 999 times out of 1,000, a boat sets sail from one port. They've got a destination in mind. They've got a skipper. They've got a crew. They've got a captain. And they're all focused on that direction. And of course, so if you had that same boat, but you just kind of turned the engines on and just let it kind of drift out of the harbor, it might not even get out of the harbor. If you didn't have a captain on it. And to be honest, Joe, I was on a call on Tuesday morning with a guy named Peter Darrell. Interesting guy, really interesting guy. And he was talking about course corrections, constantly correcting your course. You know, like when I think about the book Cybernetics, do you remember the author of that book? Is it Maxwell?
Not Maxwell.
Yeah, I can't remember exactly. So who do I think? Anyway, so what I was talking about in that book, Cybernetics, great book. There's an audio on YouTube that you could listen to for free, but I recommend you getting the book and studying that book.
Right, Maxwell.
What's his name?
Maxwell. Walt.
Yeah, great book. And he talks in that book about how even a laser guided rocket, you know, is constantly off target most of the time, but it's always moving back over that target. Even with the plane, you know, if you get on a plane, you're off target all of the time. Nearly all of the time you're off your destination, but the computers and everything else keep bringing it back in, keep bringing it back in, keep bringing it back online. Your brain is like a computer, right? And you know, unless you keep bringing yourself back online, you're going to be all over the place. You don't want to be all over the place. You want to be guided, you know, and you can be your guide. You can be your guide, you know. But look, sometimes you need help, you know, like Joey needs help. I need help. That's why we're part of this organization, because we get the mentorship here to keep us on track, to keep us doing, you know, like Joey and I just doing this show helps keep us on track, you know, because, you know, I don't want to let Joey down. Joey doesn't want to let me down. It keeps us on track. Maybe you need an accountability partner. Maybe you need something. I don't know what you need. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You have to decide. You have to decide what it is that you want, you know, and then decide that you're going to get it.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
I think that's a decision, you know.
Yeah.
And look, this is an opportunity, a no limits opportunity to be able to transform your life, to get in the best shape that you've been in a decade, to look better, to feel better, to eat better, to move better, to do better, whatever it is you want. So I recommend, first thing you want to do, download your Freedom, Health and Lifestyle goal sheet. From there, send that into Joey, send it into myself, and let's start a conversation. Let's figure out what it is that you want, where it is you want to go. And again, look, I encourage you to kick off your 16-week challenge, right? I encourage you to do it. 16 weeks, this time is going to pass. You might as well do something with that time, you know? So go to the websites, the links are in the description, and register for your Isabody challenge. Is it going to cost you anything? In fact, to be honest, Joe, you know, most people, you know, if you're following and you haven't made that decision yet, you know, most people in your position, you know, get started absolutely risk-free. You know, you've got 30 days to give this your best try, you know, and if it's not working, send everything back, get your money back. You've lost nothing. All you've done is figured out another way that doesn't work for you. But I'm here to tell you that this does work. You know, Joey is proof. You know, I'm proof that it works. You know, when I started, Joe, right, like I was probably close to about 19 stone. You know, I was kind of out of shape. You know, in fact, the passenger side of my car looked more like a trash can than it did, you know, a seat, right? Wrappers and, you know, empty bottles of whatever. Do you know what I mean? Just filled, you know, because I drive around a lot, do a lot of work, eat on the run. You know, don't always eat the best kind of stuff. But I got started on this. And in the first 2 weeks, I kind of lost, you know, like, you know, nearly 10 pounds. You know, I had to cut 2 new holes in my belt just to stop my trousers falling down. But it wasn't just things like that. It was, you know, being able to clip my toenails was a little bit easier. Do you know what I mean? Being able to move around a little bit easier. You know, I spent some time to lose nearly 3 stone. You know, do I feel better? Absolutely. Do I look better? Yeah, absolutely, I do. You know, but don't get me wrong. I didn't think I looked bad then, you know, because I don't have a self-esteem problem. I've got a, we were on I was doing Wolfgang Sonnenberg. And if you don't know who Wolfgang Sonnenberg is, let me just show you. Let me see slides. Let me just have a look. So just in case you're wondering, so Wolfgang Sonnenberg, I'll just show you. So this is one of Joye's and one of my mentors. I was with Wolfgang in Germany just earlier this year. Great guy. And if you haven't seen the video, reach out to Joye because there's a great Facebook group called MSI Lifestylers Academy. Excuse me. Great Facebook group. If you want to find out more, get in touch with Joye, get in touch with myself. It's an invite-only website or Facebook group. You have to be invited to join. But again, there's a great video in here of Wolfgang Sonnenberg talking about everything that we do in our organization. So this guy here, really, 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 really good guy. So I would definitely recommend if you're looking for a mentor, this guy could certainly help. I kind of forgot where I was going with that, actually. What was I talking about? I can't remember. Anyway, probably not that important.
I know he's one of our mentors.
Well, no, I think I was talking about, obviously making a decision. Do you know what I mean? And how that we can absolutely help. You can help. I can help. But it's about having a mentor, being part of an organization, being part of something that's just bigger than yourself. To be honest, what is it that they say? You become most like the 5 people that you associate with the most. Maybe you need to take a look around at who your friends are. If they don't have the stuff that you want in your life, maybe you need some new friends.
Yeah.
Now you might be sitting there going, screaming at your phone or screaming at your laptop going, I don't even like you, Mike. That's okay. There's other people in here, right? Maybe you're going to like some of them.
Still like you, Mike.
Thanks, Joe. That makes me feel good. No, in fact, what I was talking about was, I was talking about Wolfgang Sonnenberg because he was doing a webinar and it was about self-love, right? And Kate said to me, Kate's my wife, obviously, you know that, but maybe people who are watching don't. So Kate said to me, what's the webinar about? And I said, it's about self-love. She's going, oh my God, you don't need any of that. You're almost unbearable as it is. Like I don't have like a confidence problem when it comes to liking myself. I think it's important to like yourself. Like if you don't like yourself, how do you expect other people to like you?
True.
You have to like yourself. So look, have that conversation with yourself in the mirror. Tell yourself that you are a good person. Forgive yourself for maybe indiscretions in the past, things that maybe you could have done differently. You've got to forgive yourself and know that your past does not dictate your future. It really doesn't. You can change. You can change for the better, and better is a beautiful word. Everybody wants better. I don't know anybody that doesn't want better. Everybody wants better. Even if they're wrong, but then they think it's better. And that's really what we're offering. That's really what we're offering here. We're offering better, and it's about lifestyle. It's a better lifestyle. And it starts with small things, like maybe what you put into your body, what nutrition you put into your body, how you feed your mind. That's a big one for me.
Yeah.
It is a big one, So I would encourage anybody that if you're not sure, that you go to this website. Let's see if I can find it. Where's it gone? MSLifestylers.academy. We can pull that up. And again, there's a short video on here. Let me see if I can pull this up. I'll share my screen with you, Joe. Let me just share my screen, Joe. Just bear with me.
No problem.
Share screen. Okay. Okay. So I would recommend to anybody that you go to this website, and of course, look, what do you really want? The lady here on the screen, her name is Linda Proctor, widow to Bob Proctor. Bob Proctor. Who's Bob Proctor? Tell everybody, Joey.
Bob Proctor is one of the self-development coach in the state. He's no longer with us. God bless him. That's the husband of Linda Proctor. We are very fortunate to be study under Bob Proctor and also learn from his wisdom. You know, he's moved on to another life, but I think the impact he made, you know, all over the world, including you and myself, and that's why, you know, we are ambassador of his wisdom. You know, and everywhere we go, we want to share with other people. And I think you mentioned something a bit. You and I are here because we want to help people, and we know you and I understand and have the awareness. If we help people and people go out and win in life or achieve what they want in life, that win is part of us. And you know, we feel that, you know, that's the ultimate success that we have is to serve other people. And this community, Linda Proctor, she is the leader. She is the servant leader. You know, she have the wisdom from her husband, the late Proctor, and also she have a team, a great team. Manike, you know, Nick Daz, Sonnebeck, you know, you, myself, you know, and we've been sharing ideas, sharing knowledge and experiences because we want to become the product of the product. We become the product of self-development, you know, and also product of the product, like you know, with the health and wellness. We want to share people that you know, when we guide the people, we want to guide people to feel and look and eat better like we do. I
But
think
Joe, just as you're talking, Joe, you know, this is what you're talking about. This is exactly what you've just said, you know, to make a real difference in other people's lives, you know, to become part of something that provides the opportunity to really make a difference in your own life and other people's. Your success is built on helping others to succeed. And that's just amazing. Like, look, if you're watching this right now, you're watching the replay, don't just make a note of this website, msilifestylers.academy, right? And go here straight after. The links are in the description. I'm pretty sure they were on the screen just a moment ago. And just go through this. This is a short video. It's less than 8 minutes long, right? And the video is called Opportunity Alive. And it's well worth a watch. You know, I would encourage anybody to do it. And of course, you can download the little black book. But look, just read this stuff here. Multiple sources of income. Learn the secrets that all wealthy individuals have known. The most successful way to earn money is to set up multiple sources of income. And we do that with network marketing. World-class mentoring. Become part of a community of like-minded friends. Experience world-class mentoring and support. Know that you're being taught by those that have already achieved success. You know, and this is why Joe and I are in this group, because, you know, we believe that we can make a difference, you know, because it's made a difference for us, and we want to pass that on. We want to pass that on to you. And is a dream lifestyle really possible? Watch this short video of how dreams can come true. And if you're not sure who Bob Proctor is, obviously this is Bob Proctor. If you're familiar with the secret, if you're familiar with
when you can wake up every
there, you know, so everybody knows who this guy, right? I like him in his gold suit. I've showing my wife that video with him in his gold suit where he's talking about leveling up. I'm going to get myself one of those gold suits. I think I could get away with it, Joey. Right?
Yeah.
But look, get yourself down here. You know, put in your name, the best email that you can be contacted on. You know, and of course, how did you find us? In here, you need to type in Joey and Mick. Okay. And then tick this box and then download a copy of your little black book. The little black book, it's a very quick read, but it's going to explain a little bit more about, you know, what you can do to change your life, okay, to get what it is that you really, really want. And we're starting off small here, I think, with, you know, looking and feeling better. You know, it's a small thing to start off with. And of course, once you know, have success in that, you'll start to dream bigger. You'll start to realize that you can do more and more things, that more and more things are possible for you. Because it starts with little wins, Joey, right? It starts with a little win. You know, this gives you more confidence. Then you go on, you have another little win. You know, like, to be honest, when I started, you know, even when I started on the 16-week challenge, you know, when Megan said to me, you know, Mike, you've got to do the 16-week challenge. You know, in fact, when someone showed me this, I didn't even want to do it, Joe. I'm thinking, I don't want to do this. I just don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. And if I did, I want to do it in secret. That way, if I fail, no one's going to know, you know. But the truth is, when I got started, you know, I had a little bit of success. You know, I liked it that much. I wanted to get involved more. I wanted to do more. I wanted to share it with more people, you know. Yeah. But it started with a little win. Did I want to do it in the beginning? God, no. Not a chance. You know? Yeah. I didn't think I needed to do anything. The truth is, I did. And I had to be honest with myself. I had to be honest with myself, Joey. I had to have that conversation with myself and say, you know, what is it, you know, and find out what my worthy idea was. You know? Yeah. And I was off track. I was off track. Not in every form of my life. Do you know what I mean? But certainly in my health, for sure. Am I exactly where I want to be? No. Am I moving in that direction? Yeah. You know, with small wins. You know, small, you know, with moments daily. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I can relate to what you said, you know, when you one of our leader asks you to do the 16-week challenge. And they say with me, when you reach out to me and invite me and, you know, have the plan of action that, you know, we're going to do this together. You know, part of me didn't want to do it because, you know, I'm constantly working on my self-image every day. And, you know, it's the same thing. I said to myself, you know, if I have to do this, I need to have the result before I can come and say, yes, I can do this, you know, because we program to see the result first before we, you know, do anything in life. If you come to me and said, you know, I want $1 million, come with me. And if you don't see me the check, I won't follow you, you know, and because we program that way, it's very hard. But because when you believe in something, think about something like we discussed before, and you think about it and you emotionally attach to it and believe it, I can get the same result that I saw on a picture somewhere, on a poster somewhere. Yeah. And you work toward it, unfortunately. What I experienced from our first 16-week challenge, Mike, and I have to be grateful for you for allowing me. The journey, it was up and down. It's like the rocket, like you said before. When we saw in the movie the rocket shoot up, it's not going straight. It's just going back, you know, sideways. But it's correct itself because there's a program, there's a computer inside that program the rocket to stay on course. And that's what I learned from these 16 weeks. You know, for me, it's not what I have, but what I become in that process. You know, what I learned so far from the 16-week challenge that we just did, I learned more about myself, learn more about my self-image. If it has to be, it's all up to me. You know, if I want it, you know, no one else will come and give me the result I want.
Sure.
It has to be me. And that's what the biggest reward I found from this 16-week challenge. I become better about the way I look at myself, the way I look at my goals, the way I look at the plan of action that I need to do to get to where I want to go. And, you know, that's why I didn't want to stop on the first 16-week challenge. I want to continue on because
absolutely. Yeah. You know, because look, you know, winners never quit and quitters never win. I know you know this, right? And that's why you're a winner. And if you're watching this right now, watching it live or on the replay, I think you're a winner too. And I want you to know that Joey and I aren't perfect. We're not claiming to be perfect. You know, what we're doing is we're failing forward. You know, we're moving in a direction, but we're moving in a direction that we want to go in. And, you know, look, we want you to join us, you know, on your own personal journey. It's your personal journey. I'm on my personal journey. Joey's on his personal journey. We don't all have the same goal. We all have different goals, but we're all moving in a direction towards those goals. Look, if you want to do something, if you want to change something, then you've got to make a change. And that change starts with making a decision. And we're going to encourage you to make a decision. Decide what it is that you want, and then put a plan in place. We've got great plans. Simple, but not easy. It relies on you taking action every day. So you want to have a plan of action. We've got a great app, the Ice the Body app, where you can actually put all of your data in there. You can put all of your kind of, your meal plans. You can put in all your exercise plans. There's all kinds of different things that you can do. You can use it to track, what do they call it? To track, to keep you on track. That's what it's for. It's to keep you on track. It's to track where you're going so you can see, right? That's why, look, this isn't rocket science. I know we've been talking about rockets, but it's not rocket science. But it is science. It's science of yourself. In fact, there's a book that I love called The Science of Getting Rich. And you probably think, if you're watching this, oh God, you're always talking about books and, people, mentors and everything else. That's because it's self-education. And there's growth in that. There's change in your mind in that. Becoming aware of different things and thoughts, different beliefs that maybe you don't even realize that you have, and maybe you don't even believe them to be true anymore. But these things are like rocks, or anchors, and they're holding you back. It's time to break free. It's time to break free and take back your own time and move in a direction that you want to go in. And you do that by making a decision. It's simple, but it's not easy. And you can get involved risk-free. Most people like you get started, and look, I want to encourage you to get started. I'm going to welcome you to our group, welcome you to our Facebook group, welcome you to our WhatsApp groups, and you'll see the response when you join. That people are going to go, hey, Joey, hey, welcome. They're going to be excited. Why? Because they believe in you, and they're going to believe in you even maybe before you believe in you. It's incredible. It's incredible to be in an environment like that. It can be overwhelming. It can be scary. Like I'm not like that, right? I'm more kind of reserved, like I have to raise and lower my personality to do this, right? It's not easy, but it's not supposed to be easy. If it was easy, everybody would be doing it, Joe. Everybody would be doing it, but they're not. But look, I'm going to encourage you to jump in. Look, you can't go swimming without getting wet. You've got to get in the pool. There's no point in sticking your toe in and going, "Ooh, it's freezing in here." Jump in, splash around. Turns out the water's quite warm in here. Yeah. Joey's job, it's my job, as well as others, to teach you how to swim in this pool. That's all we do. We just teach you how to swim. We've got loads of life aids that we can throw you to keep you afloat, but you have to choose it. And if you're not changing it, you're choosing it. I'm going to encourage you to change it. Change it. I want you to know that you can have what you want. You can become the person that you want to be, but you're going to experience it twice. Once in here and once in reality when it comes true. But if you can, what does Bob say? If you have it in your mind, you have it in your, you can have it in your hand. Absolutely. So, and of course, look, Bob Proctor is Joey's mentor. It's my mentor. We're fortunate to be coached by Linda Proctor, an amazing mentor, and we're so privileged. And we want you to join us. Like we've got some amazing people in this community. You already mentioned some of them: Megan, Nick, Marnie, Vickers, and many others. So look, we're going to play out with our favorite Bob Proctor video, and of course, look, Bob Proctor, The Secret, the Law of Attraction. You already know who he is, right? And in fact, I don't know if I sent this to you before. I sent this. You must have seen this. I sent this to Kate last night, and she was talking about one of her friends, who's a little bit lost. And I said, look, send her this. I'm going to send it to you now, just over WhatsApp, Joe, just so that you can see it.
Thank you.
So that is the, in fact, I'm going to open it here. I'm going to share my screen so you can see it. Share my screen. Okay, so this is the remastered You Were Born Rich full seminar, you know, and now if you've not seen this, in fact, I'm just going to see if I can play this, Joe.
I'm so proud of RTT. It is an amazing therapy. RTT means rapid transformation.
You know, millions of people have earned millions of dollars watching my Born Rich seminar. It's phenomenal. I made it a long time ago, but you can now have it free. Watch it, study it, lock into the information. It's transformed my life. It helps me live the good life. You can as well. It's yours free. Born Rich. Watch it.
Now, I don't know if you've ever watched that, Joe. Have you ever seen the?
I watched the series, but
Yeah.
not this video that you just played.
Yeah, that's just the introduction. But of course, look, you've got part 1, You Were Born Rich, part 2,
Nice.
part 3, part 4. You know, they're all here. This is probably one of the very best personal development programs where you can actually get a real understanding of yourself. You can learn to think, you know, to really, really think about what it is that you want and then go on and achieve it. You know, I listen to this all the time when I'm driving around, Joe. I just think it's an incredible series. And look, if you want to get a copy of that, reach out to Joey. Joey has a link to that. I have a link to that. Just reach out and we'll send you the link. We'll send it to you, right? And look, to be honest, maybe it's something that, you know, we should listen to it and then talk about it, you know, every week. Do you know what I mean? There's 6 or 7 episodes. We could study, you know, part 1 next week or whatever. We'll have a chat about it afterwards, but it might be worth doing. Do you know what I mean? And again, you know, I would encourage you, that could be something that you really, really want. It could be. It just starts to open your mind. And the video that we're going to close out with is based on that series. You know, part of it is based on that series. And I would encourage you to watch that. So, Joe, as always, I'm going to ask you to close the show with your valuable words, you know, because words are important. And I love listening to what you've got to say because you really inspire me.
Thank you. And like Bob said, I'm looking straight at the camera, and I said, thank you. Thank you for who you are. Thank you for being part of this program, maybe replay or watching later. You know, we are proud of you. Me and myself, Mike, are very proud of you. We are all spiritual things living in a physical body. We're interconnected in some ways. So all the best with the rest of the journey. And, you know, it's time to change. It's time to have a plan of action and maybe start with make a decision to get started. Reach out to Mike or myself or check it out our Facebook, MSI Lifestyler Facebook, and, you know, or start on the series of Think and Grow Rich. No, sorry, beg your pardon.
You Were Born Rich.
You Were Born Rich. It will open your marvelous mind. You know, you will be grateful that you are tapping into the abundance of wisdom from our late mentor, Bob Proctor. Over and out. Mike, it's a pleasure always, and looking forward for next week.
See you on the other side, Joe.
Thank you.
You see, we are created in a magnificent vibration, in an absolutely magnificent vibration. Born risk takers. Free. That conditioning takes place after birth. You can change it. It takes guts. It takes goals. Now, do you know something? You're sitting there watching this and you're thinking, by God, I'm going to change something. I always say, keep reminding yourself that you have tremendous reservoirs of potential within you, and therefore you are quite capable of doing anything you set your mind to. You really can. I don't care what the cynics tell you. Quit listening to some of your peers. Now all you must do is figure out how you can do it, not whether you can or not. When are you going to do it? When are you going to do it? You've got to create a sense of urgency. I'm going to do it right now.
If you can see it, you can do it. But the beautiful truth is you can do anything. We got to know there is a place. There is a specific frequency. And if you get on that frequency, you're going to attract what you need to you. This is what it's all about. Why have you been endowed with such awesome powers? If you'll make a committed decision, this I'm going to do. And you don't have to know how. You do not have to know how. The second you make the committed decision, you flip your brain onto the frequency that you have to be on to attract what you have to attract to manifest the thing that you want. If you can see it, you can do it. It's got to be something you want. Wants come from inside. Act like you're already there. Walk, talk, speak, live like you're already there. Don't set a small goal. Don't set something that doesn't really wind your step. Set it so big it jazzes you. It really gets you going. When something of a very high nature resonates with the very high side of you, you'll know it. You'll know it. You will feel it. Feeling is conscious awareness of vibration. The only prerequisite, do you want it? Not do you need it, not could you do it. The only prerequisite is, do you want it? Take the lid off your marvelous mind and dream. For goodness sake, give yourself the right to do that. Get your analytical mind out of the way. Put it in your pocket for a while. All you're doing is exploring, daydreaming. What did Lawrence say? All men dream, but not equally. Those who dream by night in the dusty recesses of their mind waken the day to find that it was vanity. But the dreamers of the day are dangerous men, for they may act their dream with open eyes to make it possible. This I did.